Have you ever felt like you were chasing a ghost, a shimmering mirage promising a love that just wouldn't quite materialize? You're not alone. We all at some point find ourselves caught in the intricate dance of relationships, lured by the comforting illusion of a perfect partner, the whispered promises of unconditional love. But what if this idealized vision, this carefully crafted fairy tale, is nothing more than a meticulously constructed strategy? This isn't about judging or condemning. It's about understanding the intricate dance of power dynamics, the subtle strategies we employ, both consciously and unconsciously, in our interactions. We're not talking about simplistic gender roles or outdated stereotypes. We're talking about the complex interplay of vulnerability and strategy, the often unacknowledged power women wield in navigating a world that frequently denies them visibility. It's about the subtle shifts in behavior, the unspoken cues, the carefully calibrated responses that dictate the trajectory of our relationships. We're exploring the ways in which love, in its idealized form, can mask a far more nuanced and perhaps even more strategic reality. Imagine for a moment a world where the pursuit of love isn't about finding a soulmate, but rather about engaging in a strategic dance, a dance of power, of influence, of subtle negotiation. Picture the subtle power plays, the unspoken demands, the carefully crafted moves designed to navigate the complex tapestry of human connection. This is a journey into the heart of human interaction, an exploration of the hidden motivations that drive us, the strategies we employ, and the masks we wear. Are you ready to peel back the layers of this meticulously crafted illusion? Are you prepared to confront the uncomfortable truth that love isn't always what it seems? This is an invitation to self-reflection, to understanding the power dynamics at play, and to recognizing the subtle strategies we employ in our pursuit of connection. It's an exploration of the human condition, a journey into the depths of our own hearts, and a path toward a more authentic understanding of love and relationships. It's a journey of self-discovery, a journey to find the strength to navigate the intricate dance of human interaction, empowered by self-awareness and the will to power. Are you ready to begin? Now, consider how this applies when you face a potential partner who seems to possess an almost magnetic allure, an irresistible charm. This allure, this perceived perfection, might be precisely the carefully constructed facade. It's a meticulously crafted image designed to attract, to captivate, to ultimately serve a specific purpose. Such a facade, however, often conceals a more complex and perhaps less desirable reality. This isn't to say all such interactions are intentionally deceptive. Sometimes we unwittingly create these facades as a result of our own insecurities or self-limiting beliefs. We project an idealized version of ourselves to navigate social dynamics or to bolster our own self-worth. Furthermore, the very act of seeking love can be fraught with this projection. We often seek in others a reflection of the idealized love we imagine, rather than truly seeing the individual before us. This process extends beyond the realm of romantic relationships. Examine the dynamics in professional environments. We often strive to present a polished image, a version of ourselves that aligns with societal expectations and perceived success. The relentless pursuit of validation, of external approval, can become a form of self-sabotage. Building on this, however, recognizing these patterns is the first step toward liberation. This recognition, this self-awareness, is the key to unlocking a more authentic connection. It's about moving beyond the pursuit of a mythical ideal and embracing the intricacies of real human interaction. Consider the analogy of a meticulously crafted performance. The performer, in this case you, might dedicate significant effort to presenting a certain persona, a role that projects competence, confidence, or desirability. However, this performance, while potentially successful in the short term, can become a heavy burden. It demands constant upkeep, exhausting energy, and might ultimately lead to a sense of disconnect from your true self. Consequently, the price of maintaining this facade becomes a stifling pressure. Conversely, authenticity is liberating. It allows for vulnerability, for imperfections, for the honest expression of who you truly are. Another crucial layer is understanding the role of power dynamics in shaping these strategies and facades. Often, seemingly effortless charm or charisma is merely a manifestation of carefully honed social skills. These skills, while valuable in navigating social interactions, can be employed to manipulate or control. Now consider the potential for exploitation, whether subtle or overt. This is not about assigning blame or judgment, but about recognizing the nuanced realities inherent in human interaction. Recognizing these potential power imbalances enables you to approach relationships with greater awareness and discernment. A deeper understanding of these dynamics can liberate you from the shackles of expectation and empower you to embrace genuine connection. This is the first step towards a deeper, more meaningful engagement with the world around you. Now, consider how this applies when you encounter a relationship where the other person seems to effortlessly navigate social situations, seemingly effortlessly charming everyone around them. This effortless charm, this seemingly innate ability to connect, might mask a deeply ingrained pattern of manipulating situations to their advantage. It's crucial to acknowledge that not all such individuals are malicious. Many simply possess a heightened awareness of social dynamics and honed communication skills. However, understanding the potential for strategic maneuvering is essential for navigating these interactions with greater discernment. Furthermore, consider the subtle ways in which we, ourselves, might employ similar tactics. Perhaps you find yourself constantly striving to maintain a certain image, a meticulously crafted persona, in an attempt to gain approval or validation from others. This relentless pursuit of external approval can become a form of self-sabotage, a barrier to genuine connection. Building on this, however, the key lies in recognizing these patterns, not in condemning them. Consequently, the path toward greater authenticity involves a crucial shift in perspective. It's about moving from a relentless pursuit of external validation to a deeper exploration of your inner world. Conversely, embracing vulnerability and recognizing your own strengths is essential for forming genuine connections. Consider the example of an artist who dedicates their life to creating a particular style, a distinct aesthetic, to gain recognition. While their artistic expression might find resonance with others, the artist might lose sight of their own evolving creative voice. Another crucial layer is the concept of personal agency. We often find ourselves trapped in the narrative of others, seeking their approval or validation, rather than defining our own path. This subtle shift, this gradual recognition of the strategic dance within human interaction requires a conscious effort to detach from the pursuit of an idealized vision. It's about cultivating a greater awareness of your own motivations, your own patterns of behavior, and the underlying needs driving your actions. The more you understand these, the more you are empowered to choose your own path. Ultimately, this conscious awareness fosters a deeper sense of self and paves the way for more authentic connections. Now, consider how this applies when you encounter a relationship marked by a relentless pursuit of external validation. Perhaps one partner consistently seeks approval from friends, family, or social circles, thereby neglecting the nuances of the relationship itself. This pattern, often rooted in deep-seated insecurities, can become a self-perpetuating cycle. Such a dynamic, while seemingly innocuous, can profoundly impact the emotional health of the relationship. This is not about fault-finding, but about recognizing the underlying needs driving these actions. Furthermore, examine the role of societal expectations in shaping these patterns. We're often bombarded with messages about idealized love and relationships, messages that can significantly influence our perceptions and expectations. These expectations, however, often fail to account for the complexities of human interaction. Consequently, when these ideals clash with reality, it can lead to disappointment and frustration, ultimately hindering genuine connection. Consider a couple who constantly compare their relationship to idealized depictions in movies or social media. This comparison, while seemingly harmless, can lead to a sense of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. Building on this, however, consider the role of self-awareness in navigating these expectations. By recognizing the influence of societal pressures and personal insecurities, we can begin to challenge these deeply ingrained patterns. This self-awareness is the cornerstone of authentic connection. For example, a partner who consistently seeks external validation might realize that this behavior stems from a fear of abandonment or a need for constant reassurance. This realization is a pivotal first step toward addressing the underlying issue, not just the superficial behavior. Conversely, consider the individual who avoids vulnerability, fearing judgment or rejection. This fear, while understandable, can create a significant barrier to intimacy and trust. This avoidance, often rooted in past experiences or perceived failures, creates a cycle of isolation, hindering the development of deep and meaningful connections. The key, again, is not condemnation, but understanding. Another crucial layer is acknowledging the impact of past experiences on present relationships. Early childhood experiences, relationship patterns within families, and previous romantic encounters all contribute to the complex tapestry of our present relationships. These experiences, while often unconscious, shape our expectations, fears, and desires. Recognizing this influence empowers us to address these patterns with compassion and understanding, rather than allowing them to dictate our actions. For instance, someone raised in a family where emotional vulnerability was discouraged might subconsciously struggle to express their feelings in a romantic relationship. Now, consider how this applies when you face a relationship where one partner consistently prioritizes external validation above the internal emotional landscape. This might manifest in a constant need to update social media, a relentless pursuit of accolades, or a compulsion to seek the approval of others before making personal choices. This behavior, while understandable from a certain perspective, can be a subtle form of emotional detachment. The focus becomes external, the internal world neglected. Instead of drawing comfort and strength from within, this person relies on external sources for a sense of self-worth. This constant seeking of approval can drain the emotional energy within the relationship, creating a void that neither partner can fully fill. This dynamic, akin to a ship sailing without a compass, drifts aimlessly. Imagine a sailboat propelled by the winds of validation, but with no internal rudder to guide its course. Furthermore, this dynamic can sometimes manifest in a subtle, almost imperceptible way. It might be a subtle dismissal of your feelings, a constant need to be the center of attention, or an unwavering focus on external achievements rather than shared experiences. These patterns, though seemingly small, can erode the foundation of trust and intimacy. Like a slowly leaking faucet, these small, seemingly insignificant actions can diminish the overall health of the relationship. Building on this, consider how this pattern can become self-perpetuating. The partner seeking validation might become increasingly reliant on external sources, further distancing themselves from their own inner resources. Conversely, consider the partner who, instead of seeking external validation, finds solace and strength within themselves. This individual relies on their own internal compass, drawing confidence from their own values and self-worth. This inner strength creates an atmosphere of mutual respect and support, fostering a deeper, more resilient connection. They are not dependent on external validation, not seeking constant validation, and not seeking external praise. Another crucial layer is recognizing the role of unmet needs in these patterns. Often the need for external validation masks a deeper, more fundamental need that remains unfulfilled. This underlying need might be for connection, belonging, or a sense of purpose. Identifying and addressing these unmet needs is crucial for fostering healthier relationships. Imagine a child constantly seeking parental approval. That child might grow up seeking external validation in a way that impacts their later relationships. Consequently, understanding and addressing these needs is paramount to achieving lasting emotional fulfillment. Ultimately, acknowledging these patterns is the first step towards a more fulfilling and authentic relationship. By understanding the subtle dynamics at play, we can make conscious choices to cultivate stronger, more resilient connections. This involves both self-awareness and a willingness to acknowledge and address the underlying needs that drive these patterns. This is the foundation upon which true connection and lasting fulfillment can be built. Now, consider how this applies when you encounter a relationship marked by a relentless pursuit of external approval, a constant need for validation from others. This isn't simply about a desire for praise, it's about a deeper, more fundamental craving for belonging, a longing for acceptance that might stem from early childhood experiences. Imagine a child constantly seeking parental approval. That child, as they grow, might unconsciously carry this need into their adult relationships, seeking validation from partners, friends, or even strangers. This is not about blame, but understanding the roots of such behaviors. Furthermore, consider the concept of mirroring. We often unconsciously mirror the behaviors and attitudes of those around us, particularly those we admire or seek approval from. This mirroring, while seemingly harmless, can lead to a subtle loss of individuality. A person might adopt the values, interests, or even mannerisms of someone they're trying to impress, ultimately losing sight of their own authentic self. Think of a chameleon adapting its color to blend into its surroundings. This adaptation, while potentially beneficial in certain circumstances, can lead to a profound disconnect from one's true nature. Building on this, consider the impact of societal pressures on this need for external validation. We live in a culture that often values outward appearances and achievements above all else. This constant emphasis on external success can create a pervasive sense of inadequacy, driving individuals to seek validation from others to compensate for this perceived lack. Consequently, individuals might feel compelled to conform to societal expectations even if those expectations don't align with their own values or aspirations. This creates a kind of social pressure cooker. Conversely, consider the individual who finds their strength and fulfillment in their internal compass, in their own authentic self. This person doesn't need constant external affirmation. They draw confidence from their intrinsic worth and self-acceptance. Their relationships, therefore, are characterized by a profound sense of trust and mutual respect, built on genuine connection, not on the need for external validation. They are not dependent on validation, not seeking constant validation, and not seeking external praise. They are in a much better position to form genuine connections. Another crucial layer is the concept of self-compassion. Instead of seeking validation from others, cultivate self-compassion, understanding, and acceptance. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a close friend facing a similar challenge. This internal acceptance is the foundation upon which lasting emotional well-being is built. A person who embraces self-compassion is less likely to seek external validation, as their inner compass guides their actions. They are in a much better position to form genuine connections. Ultimately, understanding the underlying reasons behind the relentless pursuit of external validation is the first step toward liberation. This understanding, combined with self-compassion, allows individuals to forge authentic connections based on intrinsic worth, not external approval. It is a journey toward self-discovery, a path toward true fulfillment. Now, consider how this applies when you face a relationship marked by a persistent need for external validation, a constant striving for approval that feels like a relentless cycle. This pattern isn't always malicious. It can stem from a deep-seated fear of inadequacy, a feeling that your worth is contingent on the opinions of others. This fear, in turn, often manifests in behaviors that, while seemingly harmless, can create a subtle but significant strain on the relationship. Think of a ship navigating a stormy sea. The captain, constantly looking to the horizon for signs of other ships, loses sight of the stars guiding their course. The ship, though capable of great voyages, is adrift, its true potential obscured by the need to seek external signals. This analogy highlights how a relentless pursuit of external validation can lead to a loss of inner direction, hindering the ship's ability to chart its own course. Furthermore, this need for validation can manifest in subtle ways. Perhaps it's a constant need for reassurance, a relentless questioning of your decisions, or an unwavering focus on the opinions of others before making any personal choices. These actions, while seemingly small, can create a palpable sense of pressure and unease, gradually eroding the emotional foundation of the relationship. Consider the example of a partner constantly seeking affirmation from friends or family about their choices, creating a dependency that overshadows the relationship's core dynamic. Building on this, consider the impact of this behavior on the other partner. This constant need for validation can become draining, fostering a sense of responsibility for another's self-worth. The other partner, in turn, might feel pressured to constantly provide reassurance or affirmation, potentially leading to a feeling of being emotionally responsible for another's internal state. This creates a dynamic that shifts the focus away from the relationship itself. Instead of focusing on mutual growth and support, the relationship becomes entangled in a cycle of external approval. Consequently, this dynamic can foster a profound disconnect between the individual and their own inner compass. The need to constantly seek external validation can overshadow the development of self-awareness and self-reliance. This disconnection is akin to a tree attempting to grow in the shadow of a towering mountain. The tree, while trying to reach the sunlight, is stifled by the imposing structure. The tree's potential for growth is limited by the dominance of the external force. The individual's potential for growth is hindered by their dependence on external validation. Conversely, fostering a sense of self-worth that is independent of external validation fosters resilience and strength. This self-reliance empowers individuals to make decisions based on their own values and principles, leading to a more fulfilling and authentic relationship. It's about understanding that your value isn't contingent on someone else's approval. It's about finding your own inner compass, your own source of strength. This is the path toward a richer, more meaningful connection. Now, consider how this applies when you encounter a relationship where one partner consistently prioritizes external validation above internal growth. This isn't just about a superficial desire for praise. It's about a deeper, more fundamental need for external confirmation, a reliance on the opinions of others to define their self-worth. This dynamic, akin to a plant desperately seeking sunlight, can become a stifling constraint. It can hinder the plant's natural growth, preventing it from reaching its full potential. This dependence on external validation often masks a deeper, more fundamental fear, the fear of being alone, of not measuring up. This fear, rooted in past experiences or societal pressures, can manifest as a relentless need for reassurance. Think of a child who, in their early years, constantly seeks parental approval to feel secure. This pattern, if not recognized and addressed, can become a lifelong pursuit. Consequently, the individual becomes overly reliant on external feedback, losing touch with their inherent worth. Instead of nurturing their internal strength, they become vulnerable to the whims and opinions of others. This creates a delicate, often precarious balance. Imagine a house built on shifting sands. It might seem stable on the surface, but a strong wind can easily topple it. Similarly, a relationship built on external validation is susceptible to collapse when external pressures change. Conversely, consider the individual who cultivates a robust inner strength, a sense of self-worth that's independent of external approval. This person isn't immune to criticism or setbacks, but they possess the inner resilience to navigate challenges with grace. They are not dependent on external feedback to define their value. This resilience, like a sturdy oak in a storm, stands firm against the pressures of the external world. This internal foundation allows for a more authentic and fulfilling relationship. Another crucial layer is recognizing the role of self-reliance in building a strong foundation for relationships. Self-reliance isn't about arrogance or indifference. It's about understanding that your value is inherent, independent of external validation. Cultivate your own interests, pursue your passions, and build a life that's rich and fulfilling. This inner richness, like a well-tended garden, attracts others who appreciate and respect your individual growth, ultimately fostering a sense of self-worth that's independent of external validation is a journey, not a destination. It's about consistently nurturing your inner strength and recognizing that your value is not contingent on the opinions of others. It's about embracing your unique identity and cultivating a love for yourself that is unshakable. This deep-seated self-love is the foundation upon which truly fulfilling and sustainable relationships are built. As we pivot towards the final reflection, consider the intricate tapestry woven from the threads we've explored. Each strand, seemingly disparate, contributes to a larger, more profound understanding. The carefully constructed facades, the subtle power plays, the relentless pursuit of external validation, these, in their totality, reveal a fundamental truth about the human condition. We are, it seems, perpetually engaged in a quest, a complex dance between the idealized and the real, the perceived and the authentic. Conceptually similar to a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble, we, in our quest for self-understanding, must meticulously remove the layers of expectation, of societal pressures, of ingrained patterns. This process of refinement, though demanding, ultimately reveals the exquisite form beneath. The journey, in its unfolding, compels us to confront the uncomfortable truths within, to acknowledge the subtle strategies we employ, both consciously and unconsciously. Drawing these strands together, we see a pattern emerge, a subtle yet powerful current flowing through our interactions. This current, like a river carving its path through the earth, reveals the intricate systems of influence, the hidden forces shaping our choices, our relationships, and our understanding of ourselves. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to grasp the profound interconnectedness of these seemingly disparate elements. The path forward, therefore, is not about discarding these insights as mere observations. Instead, it's about integrating them, about using this knowledge to navigate the complexities of human interaction with greater awareness and compassion. It's about recognizing the subtle power dynamics, the layered realities, and the inherent vulnerabilities within. This understanding, this nuanced perspective, is the key to unlocking a deeper, more meaningful connection with ourselves and with others. Just as a composer weaves different melodies into a symphony, we too can harmonize the disparate elements of our experiences into a richer, more profound understanding of our place in the world. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer. It's a path of self-awareness, of compassion, and of a willingness to embrace the complexities of human interaction. This path, however, is not one of detachment or cynicism. Instead, it's a path of empowerment, of understanding, and of a profound appreciation for the intricate dance we all play in the theater of life. Reflecting on this journey so far, we are now poised to grasp the ultimate implication of our exploration. The intricate dance we've explored, the pursuit of idealized. Love, the subtle strategies, the masks we wear, reveals a profound truth about human connection. It's not about finding a perfect partner, a preordained fairy tale, but about recognizing the inherent complexity within the dance itself. This dance, with its carefully crafted steps and hidden motivations, is a reflection of our own internal landscapes. We are, in essence, the choreographers of our own lives, the architects of our relationships. This understanding, this profound realization, doesn't diminish the beauty or the significance of love. Instead, it elevates it. It transforms the pursuit from a desperate search for a mythical ideal into a conscious engagement with the intricate dance of human connection. It's about recognizing the power of self-awareness, of understanding the strategies we employ, both consciously and unconsciously, and the profound impact of our past experiences. It's not about judging or condemning, but rather about understanding the intricate forces at play. Consider this. If love is not always what it seems, if the pursuit is often a complex dance of strategies and vulnerabilities, what then is the true meaning of connection? The answer, perhaps, lies not in the destination, but in the journey. It's in the recognition of the masks we wear, the exploration of the hidden motivations, and the courage to confront the complexities within. It's in the act of understanding that the true beauty of connection lies in the authenticity of the dance, in the shared vulnerability, and in the courage to navigate the intricate steps together. The pursuit of a perfect partner often obscures the profound beauty of the journey itself. The true treasure, then, is not in the destination, but in the act of self-discovery and the courage to embrace the complexities of human connection. By shedding the illusions and embracing the reality, we pave the way for a deeper, more meaningful relationship with ourselves and with others. It's a call to authenticity, a call to embrace the complexities, and a call to dance with courage and compassion. It's a call to be present, to be vulnerable, and to appreciate the unique symphony of human interaction. The true practice begins now. It begins with a single step, a conscious shift in perspective. It begins with a willingness to look inward, to recognize the patterns within, and to embrace the complexities of human connection. It's about acknowledging the intricate dance we all participate in, and in doing so, finding the courage to embrace the journey, not just the destination. It's about recognizing that love, in all its intricate beauty, is a dance, a symphony, a journey. And the true practice begins now.